Yellen Armenta.
Looking out for a place to go. Everything about music, getting in between. You come to me for
Cora Yellen, you receive more awards than you can imagine. You have maybe 3 dozen awards all over the world, from Manila to Beverly Hills, New York, all the way to Paris. And you're the most titled beauty queen that we know. This is Cora Ugalde Yellen Armenta.
looking out for a place to go. Everything about music.
Hello! This is Queen Corazon. How are you, everyone? And we're here at the Filipino American Community Cultural Center with producer and fashion designer Roy Lisazo. Congratulations for a very successful event. So tell us about the Hollywood Extravaganza event.
Yes, of course. We gave so many recognition tonight for a lot of outstanding community civic leaders and beauty queen as well.
Thank
And I
you.
want to thank Cora Ugalde Yellen Armenta
Yes.
for being here tonight and receiving the Pamana Award for outstanding world-class beauty queen.
Yes.
Okay? Thank you so very much again for attending the Hollywood Red Royal Extravaganza.
Yes, thank you, Boy Lisazo. We had so much fun and great entertainment, music. And again, thank you for this honor, for this beautiful award. Good night, everyone.
Bye-bye!
Bye. Greetings. This is Queen Corazon Ugalde Armenta, and I am the spokesmodel and Miss Paris International Universe 2021-2022. Welcome to the International Celebrity Paris Awards Night in Paris, May 8, 2022, by the founder and fashion designer Miss Paulette Mouquet. We offer a wide range of marketing systems to highlight your brand and your business images during the Celebrity Awards Night in Paris. And we also promote your image through different marketing systems with magazines and also radio and TV interviews and much more. So please contact us at www.celebrity International Celebrity Paris or Miss Paulette Mouquet. Thank you. Greetings from Los Angeles, California. This is Queen Corazon Ugalde Armenta. I'm honored to be a recipient of the Red Blazer of Excellence and Achievement Award and also cover and co-author of the Red Blazer book. And I just received this Red Blazer book. It's a beautiful book with 50 co-authors from all over the world with inspirational stories and about women empowerment. I would like to thank Dr. Carl Wilson, the CEO of Wilson Events and All Women Rock, and also Angela Cabani, co-publisher, and Dr. Randy Ward, the editor. Great job, everyone. And you can buy this at Amazon.com. It's a best-selling book, so get your copies now. Thank you.
Good afternoon. Today is our distinct honor and privilege to be with Corazon Ugalde Yellen Armenta. And I'd like to ask you a question of, when you think back about your youth, what was it that you were doing as a youngster, and when did this modeling and other things come to your mind at the forefront?
Okay. Yes. Well, I was born and raised in Manila, Philippines, and my father was a retired brigadier general of the Philippine Air Force, and my mom was a housewife. So since a child, I was always interested in fashion and modeling. And then my oldest sister, Cynthia, she became Miss Philippines and also was modeling and acting. So, that kind of made my interest to modeling and acting and beauty pageants.
And how long was it before you actually began doing that? I mean, how much older was your sister?
Yes, she was at least 10 years older than me. Well, I started at a very young age when, I was in grade school. I was Miss Primary, Miss Grade 3, high school, Miss Freshman, Miss Sophomore, Miss College of Education. And then from some on, I had some other beauty queen titles. So it just kind of progressed into, up to now. So I have a lot of beauty queen titles, and that's my current one is World Class Beauty Queens USA Ambassador 2021, and also the Miss Paris International that's going to be in Paris on October 24, and also I am the Miss All Women Rock Global Elite by Dr. Carl Wilson.
Wow.
Yes, and also I was Mrs. Asia USA California and Mrs. Asia Glamour with Virgilio Productions. So, through the years, I have done a lot of the, beauty pageants and multi-titles.
So if there was one thing that you would say was your lucky break into the business, or one pageant that really opened it up, or one title, was there one particular event that stood out that just really opened the windows to all these wonderful things that happened to you?
No, not really particular one, because again, I started modeling since I was 13 years old. I did Pepsi Cola, and then I also modeled in New York for Macy's, several San Miguel beer. So it's kind of progressive. Like, I just got busy, and, I had the modeling agency, and I did some acting too. I was in Days of Our Lives, and I played as Cora Fishman in the OJ civil trial enactment, E! Entertainment.
Oh, wow.
And and several movies like for the Philippines called Bachok America and Corazon TV series. So I just did a lot of things, and I've just always been busy.
Wow, that's very busy. Now, I understand that you recently came out with a book that you published. Tell us about this recent book that you have.
Yes, yeah, this is it. It's called Total Beauty and Light, a beauty queen's perspective, and it's about beauty, life, lifestyle, travel. I have also my autobiography, and it's about women and women empowerment. It's about positivity and to excel. So it's a very inspiring book, and it's available at the MacLeod.com and Amazon.com.
Wow.
Yeah.
If there was a particular story that you were especially proud in this book, is there one particular story that you could share with us that's in this book, or advice that you give to women about how to be happier in this times of post-pandemic that's been kind of a crazy and rough year for all of us? What would you say?
Yes, well, again, I emphasize on inner beauty. We all have our inner beauty, and of course, also with me, I believe, with God, that anything is possible. I believe in that. And I wear my crown proudly, not just because for beauty or just, it's on my head there, but I wear it and also in my heart. So this way, I want to inspire other women, especially the youth, to be a role model and to have positivity in this world, especially in the pandemic. There's some negativity, so it's nice to have some positivity and something to look forward to. And my book is 112 pages, and again, it has everything from beauty tips, hair and fashion. My travels around the world too. I have traveled to 100 countries, 7 continents of the world, and the 7 wonders of the world. So,
wow,
yes.
that's so much conversation there.
Yes.
It brings me a couple questions come up. You've been to 100 countries around the world.
Yes.
Are there a couple particular instances that really stood out of all those countries, and what might one of those stories be about one of your experiences in one of those countries?
Okay, well, for me, there were so many experiences, but I love going to Iceland and experience the aurora borealis, the lightning of the sky, the beautiful things. And also, for me, one of my most memorable is going to Egypt and to see the pyramids of Egypt. And that's actually one of the 7 ancient wonder of the world in existence. And now there's the modern 7 wonders of the world. So, and I love Dubai also. I can go on and on because there's so many beautiful countries. And of course, the Philippines, my own country, is beautiful. We have Palawan and Boracay, the beaches, and very friendly people.
Wow,
So.
It's amazing some of those places I've been to myself, and I'm going to ask you a funny question.
Yes.
I remember one of my greatest memories when I was in Egypt is you'd go down to the stores and they'd all say in this voice, "Welcome to Egypt. Would you like to come and have some tea?"
Yes.
Did you?
Exactly. I mean, it was fun, and some of them can be very aggressive, in selling their wares and and things like that. So it's really fun, and I love riding the camel. It was kind of scary at first, but it was beautiful because I rode it around the pyramids of Giza there.
Right.
So it's wonderful. I also went to Luxor and also saw the King Tut's, the tomb of King Tut. So many beautiful experiences.
Wow.
I also love Jordan, one of the 7 wonders of the world, Petra, the treasury. And that's where they filmed Raiders of the Lost Ark. That's also a very beautiful location. Yes.
No, that's beautiful. You mentioned another place I'd been to, which was called Dubai.
Yes.
And do you have any particular memories of Dubai, or what stood out to you in that country?
Yes. I love, of course, Burj Khalifa, the tallest building in the world, So we went up there and took photos and bought souvenirs, and we also toured the around the river. So colorful, with the beautiful images, and the biggest shopping mall in the world. I love it. Yeah, went shopping. It was really an experience. And the desert, we went again camel riding there, and they had the show. We went to the desert, and just all the sand. It's just awesome.
Did you go on one of those safari trips where they take you out to the desert?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Yes, that's what we did too. Yes, beautiful. And they had the shows, dancing, and all kinds. It's beautiful. Yes.
I have an interesting little story. When I was on one of those camel rides, we were on that desert ride, and I was on the camel, and I was falling off. I'm like, I'm falling off the camel. Help me! And this little guy's trying to push me back up on the camel, and it was beautiful, just sitting on those pillows and pretending like you were way back in the ancient times. And some of my great memories of Dubai was just the excess of the most glorious jewelry that you could ever imagine, in size and wherewithal. And they would say that the turnarounds that they had so much money in that country that they would just make them over at like we'd be changing seasons or something like that.
Yes, very, very beautiful.
And it was just really beautiful. They also have a law system that they're very strict on their laws, and so there's not a lot of crime there.
Yeah, that's true.
It's really, really beautiful. Now, you also mentioned that you toured to 100 countries.
Yes.
And if someone wanted to get in the world of modeling, and they didn't know much about it, what would you say would be a couple things that you would advise to people who want to get into modeling?
Well, if you want to get into modeling, it's best to start young. Like again, I started as 13 years old and get a good modeling agency and also, it's all combination of knowing like a good photographer, good agency, and then from then on, they look at your pictures, and you always start from the beginning, and then as you know more people, networking, that's how you start with it.
Great.
So
great.
yeah, and I also, speaking of that, I was also the president of the Beverly Hills Barbie Club, because I'm a collector. I have
Wow.
$2,000 in my collection, and of course, with Barbies too. And so I also modeled life-size Barbie outfits during the Barbie conventions all over the U.S. and in Germany. So that was fun. I wore the actual clothing of Barbies, including the black and white bathing suit.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and we also did it at the Queen Mary here.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we had a fashion show there, the ballroom, wearing our Barbie outfits. So that was an experience, yes. And also about my mannequin.
Your mannequin.
Yes.
Tell me about that.
Yes, actually later we can show the mannequin. I have 3 different kinds of mannequin. One is a life size, and the other one, the other 2 are a bust. We can.
Oh, wow.
Yes. So I did they did a facial. When they do the mask, it's called,
Right.
and they get it and make a mold out of that to make mannequins. And the other version is I sat in front of the sculptor to sculpture my face, and this was sold in different department stores and boutiques in
Oh,
the
wow.
US and all over the world. So yeah, and I'm glad that I have 3 of them. 2, I also have a second home in Las Vegas. One is in Las Vegas, and also another one here, and a bust also in Las Vegas. So
That's
that was
amazing.
fun.
That's
Yes.
amazing.
Thank you.
Now I know that you have quite a wardrobe, and of all the outfits that you've worn, is there one dress that you wore that really stood out to you as you felt like, oh my God, this is the most magnificent thing
Yes.
I've ever could have imagined? And what did that dress look like?
Okay. Well, I have favorite fashion designers, of course. They're Kenneth Barles and also David Topaz, and I wore a lot of their gowns for parties and the pageants, and they're just beautiful because they're elegant, and at the same time it stands out. But I have modeled, of course, for a lot of fashion designers through the years. So so some of my favorites are the ball gowns, because that really is for more the photo shoot and photography. And if you go to the red carpet,
Right.
red carpet, you have to have these beautiful ball gowns, the formal ones. Yeah. So also like to tell about my charity.
Sure.
So, yeah. So with the book, part of the proceeds will go and be donated to the Lighthouse organization. I'm one of their ambassadors. It's
beautiful.
the Lighthouse organization is against domestic violence. So,
Right.
Yeah, I support them. And this again, I always like giving back to the community. And we went to Thailand about 2 years ago with Virgilia and other queens. We were sponsored, and we went to the Cancer Hope Village.
Oh, wow.
Yes, and we did a TV commercial, for awareness for cancer and for Cancer Hope Village, and we filmed it right on the grounds of the Cancer Hope Village there with Dr. Morgamham Nalanchang and Tommy. And also we went to, aside from Chiang Mai, we went to Chiang Rai and also Thailand. Yeah, so we did
Wow.
like charity things there. And also I been to the the US veterans. They have like barbecues, charity event, and also one time we visited U.S. veterans in the U.S. Veterans Hospital, giving balloons and cheer them
Wow.
up. Yeah, because like we want to say thank you for your service, to the U.S. veterans, and just through the years I've always involved in some charity work, whether it's a gala or actually we have fed the homeless before, and also giving blankets, and things for the
Wow.
homeless. Yeah. So, for me, it's very important to give back to the community. Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, that's really
Uh-huh.
inspiring. I have a good friend of mine, Yulima, who's in charge of that group, and she's a very good friend. And I've done some work with the Lighthouse. And met
Yes.
so many of those. They're wonderful, wonderful things, helping people in Los Angeles, the less fortunate, and as you said, helping the homeless, helping the veteran, and
Yes.
helping the children. You know, it's all about really going ahead and giving back in our society, and it's so great to see your commitment to the young kids of the world. Now,
Yes.
here's a really special question I want to ask, and I always like to ask this as I wrap things up. If there was one message that you haven't shared with us, and today was the last day of your existence here on the world, what would be the one thing that you would want people to know about?
About me?
Yeah, about you, about the world, about life.
Okay. Well, for me, I want to leave a legacy. And again, that's about women empowerment, youth empowerment, and family. I love my family. It's very important, support each other, family, and friends, in also women empowerment, because in some countries women are just not regarded highly, or
Right.
So for me it's important that we all support each other, especially during the pandemic times. It was very difficult for most people. So for me it's that, and also my charity work. I like giving back to the community. So I'm known as the beauty queen with a cause. So it's not just again wearing the crown on your head, but also in your heart, because you want to give back to people and live life the fullest. Because I believe in that. Let's not worry too much, because life is beautiful and it's how you make it. And so for me, live life the fullest, and stay positive, because there's always light at the end of the tunnel.
Oh, that's
yes.
beautiful. Well, thank you so much. It's been such an honor being here with Queen Corazon Ugalde Yellen Armenta. And today we learned about her story from growing up young, her influence of her older siblings and how that encouraged her, how she was a model at the age of 13, and they just built one upon another. She also shared with us her interest in traveling around the world to 100 different countries, her first book coming out, what tips and techniques for people in modeling, tips and techniques for how we can live a happier, more joyful life. And most importantly, her giving back to society and living day as if it were the last. So I want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. It's really truly been an honor to share this with the community of Unity, and just let you know there are change makers just like this one. Thank you so much. My name is Rosalind Khan. You can follow me on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. And Queen
Yes.
Corazon is everywhere. You just look at the name and you will find her. Is there a place that you'd like them to look for you at?
Yes, Facebook, Queen Corazon Yellen Armenta. I have a YouTube, Beauty Queen Corazon Ugalde Yellen Armenta, Instagram at Beauty Queen Cora Yellen Armenta, TikTok Beauty Queen Corazon. And thank you so much, Rosalind. It was a pleasure, having that interview with you. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.